Hi, I'm Rob Boyd, an English photographer from the UK. I decided to create this podcast series talking to international photographers whose work I truly love. I realised I knew nothing about these amazing people apart from their names and their stunning work. So I created a set of hopefully entertaining questions that finds out who they are and what they love. Hi Luca, thanks for joining me. I'm so glad to see you here.
Hello, Rob. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you very much for your invitation. It's a real pleasure for me being in your podcast. And I hope my English will be good enough for all the good people that will listen.
It's got to be better than my English, 100%. So if you could start by your name and your Instagram name, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah, on Instagram, they can find me as Parizzi Luca. It's PARIZZILUCA.
Perfect. And have you got a website?
Yeah, I have a website too, and it's the opposite. So it's lucaparizzi.com.
Excellent. That's good. And where do you live?
I live in Piacenza. It's a little city in the north of Italy, an hour from Milan. Yeah, I'm from here.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question, where you're from. But if you're from where you are, that's great. So if I visited you, where would you take me to shoot?
I will take you to Milan. Sure. I think it's a very good place where to have some street photography. Also in Bologna, you can do some very good street photography. Or you could also, I could take you to some smaller cities like Brescia. It's very classy, very nice.
Excellent. And are there things for tourists? I guess there must be.
Yeah, everywhere you step foot in Italy, you can find something of touristical interest. Yeah, absolutely. Very, castles or ancient towns. Churches, museums, everywhere.
So what's your favorite destination in the world?
Seville. Yeah, absolutely. Sevilla in Spain, Andalusia is my favorite city where to have some shootings. But all the Iberian Peninsula, I love it. Also some cities of Portugal. I'll be back in Seville in a month for the fourth time. I took many shootings in Cordoba, Seville, Andalusia, Porto in Portugal, then in that south area. I love it. I love the lights, the colors of the walls, the streets. Yeah, my favorite place for shooting.
No, I totally get that. I mean, Malaga was the last time. I think I've done Malaga 3 times and Granada once as well. And the light, especially November, winter light, it's amazing.
Yeah, amazing. Totally.
Lovely it. Brilliant stuff. So where would you like to visit most in the world?
I really don't know. For shooting street photography, maybe some big city of United States, but I'm not very attracted, from megalopolis. I'm more a small town guy, so the old cities of Europe are more comfortable for me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And also, where would you like to visit if just for yourself? Is there a place where you'd like to go just for you rather than just the photography?
I would like to tour the north of Spain. I've never been there. From Bilbao to the Atlantic coast. I would like to do that tour by car. It's very different from the south where I'm more used to go, but I would like, because I'm very fond of Spain, Spanish people, Spanish language, Spanish food. So I like very much to spend some time there.
Yeah, no, brilliant answer. Yeah, now I've not done the north. It's only been the south so far. Or Barcelona was the middle, but that's it.
Or I've been many times in the Canary Island, another place in the world that I absolutely love.
Excellent stuff. So here come the weird questions, the start of the weird ones. If you could time travel, where and when would you visit?
I think I would like to visit the Europe in 19th century, when all the paint avant-gardes were raising and born, impressionism, expressionism. I'm very fond of paintings, so I would like to see the Europe in the second half of 19th century. I think it's very fascinating age, or in the Renaissance era in Italy. Yeah, or maybe if I have the time travel ability, I will go also in the ancient Greek to have a chat with some philosophers.
So, so if you could photograph anyone in the world, who would you shoot?
I will choose Charles Bukowski for the face, very expressive. I will choose Nietzsche for the madness in the eyes, for the fire in the eyes. Yeah. And maybe a couple of shots also to Alistair Crowley. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there you go. That's a good mixture. That is great stuff. So, okay, so tell me a fun fact or a story about yourself.
If you want a fun fact related to street photography, I can tell you that I was very near to be arrested for street photography once. Yeah, I was in Cordoba, and every day at in the same hours of the day, I was in this same street to take some pictures because the light was right for what I had in mind. But after I think 5 or 6 days, probably a shop owner called the police because I was suspicious to him. And so while I was taking some pictures of the street, a police car arrived, a woman and a man, two police officers, stepped by my side and asked me, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" So they questioned me. They wanted my ID cards to see the pictures I took. I showed them my Instagram profile, but they didn't leave any likes or follow. Very rude of them. But anyway, we understood each other, so they understood that I wasn't a danger, but I was trying to do some kind of art. Or so this is, I think, is quite funny. It wasn't so funny in the meantime.
Well, thank God they understood.
Yeah.
Right. Another weird question then. What's your favourite word? Most people have a favourite word. Some don't, but
How here in Italy we say good luck because we usually never say good luck to someone. We use an antiphrase, I think is the right expression. So we say in bocca al lupo. You can translate it with in the mouth of the wolf. So I wish you to be in the mouth of the wolf, and you should answer to me, may the wolf die. So with language, with the exchange, we wish you a good luck. It's I think it's quite peculiar.
yeah, it's great. I learned so much. I tell you, every time I ask this question, somebody tells me something completely different. It's great. I'm gonna have to write them all down. So, so when did photography click for you? Obviously, excuse the pun, but when did you know you could take a decent picture?
It clicked for me in 2020 during the first lockdown, the first pandemic lockdown. I was in my home and I couldn't go out, so I ordered a very cheap camera. I bought a couple of online courses and books, and I started to learn techniques and styles in my garden. And then I ordered some books from photographers, and everything started there. Even if at that time I didn't do any street photography, I was fond of landscape photography. So in 2020, I started to study photography. So I'm quite new to this hobby.
Well, the thing is, everybody starts with something, whether it's landscape or long exposure or something along those lines. We all start somewhere else, and then you find, the thing that you love. But then you think, well, actually, I like all of it, so why not just do all of it? But lockdown was amazing for that kind of thing. It was a horrible thing to happen, but everybody made the most of it. It was brilliant.
Yeah, I agree.
So, okay, I know it's really hard. What's your favorite 3 photos, and why do you like them?
My absolutely favorite photo is the old guy from Seville. Is an old man with a hat. Is walking below a tusk of light because in those streets during summer the sunlight is very very strong. So they cover the streets with some covers. I don't know the right words, and so between one and another, you have a very narrow task of light. And so I waited for him to go under this light, and I took an underexposed a picture of him, and I think it's my favorite. I love also the Coca-Cola. I don't know if I say the brand because I have to say this. This is a funny thing. I never drink Coca-Cola. I don't like the taste, but I love very much the logo and the red. So everywhere I go, I try to take some photo with Coca-Cola logo inside. And in Valencia, in front of the old market. At the beginning of the day, there was this horizontal light, and this old guy. I keep on shooting at old people. I don't know. That's a pattern here. And there was this truck with painted red and white with the Coca-Cola logo, and came along an old man dressed in red, the same red, with the very white hairs, like the logo of Coca-Cola, the font of Coca-Cola. And so I took a photo of him beside the truck, and I like very much the contrast between the darkness and the red, and this red old man. And another one, it could be in Cordoba. It was at dawn. Dawn, sorry for the pronunciation. And I shoot at a woman with in a fan, I think, a ventilla. In I don't know the word in English. It could be fan. Okay, so I shoot through the light between her and the fan, and we have a very good light behind her. She's like a silhouette, but the fan is bright, very bright in color for the sunlight coming from behind.
Perfect. And the thing is as well with the with the old people, they can't run away. So that's why you take pictures of the old people. They can't run behind you when there's a problem.
Yeah, and they usually dress in a very good way. I love their style, very classy, maybe with a jacket, a hat. I love that elegance.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about your reds. I mean, your reds are incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Well, no, not at all. The thing is with your work, obviously I've been following you for years, way before I discovered street and everything else. I was doing all the fire and all that stuff. But the thing is, your colors, I think, have inspired me because, I love deep colors. I love dark shadows. I love everything. And and when you look at your work and the colors, I mean, people see it coming forward, when they see it on the screen.
Thank you very much. I'm happy of it. It took me a couple of a year and a half to find the right settings on the camera and the right settings on Capture One, the post production that I use, because I wanted to emulate the old Kodachrome's one. So I started from trial and error of Kodachromes. Of course, I shoot digital, but I love that kind of image and kind of contrast and colors. And then I tried to make some adjustments in the reds until I found this red that I don't know. It's like you can touch it. It's quite physical. I feel it.
Yeah, it's really rich and deep, and yeah, it's amazing. Don't touch those dials. Whatever you do, just leave them as they are. They're amazing. Yeah, absolutely. So, what advice would you give a new photographer? I know it's hard.
Oh, advice. I would recommend to stick with a camera, not changing gear every month and stick to a lens or two, not many, to a focal lens, to a focal length. I mean, so your eyes get used to that length. And I would recommend to be very often on the street, so travel, but and more important to me at least is to study the history of art, the history of paintings, to understand the composition and the light, the use of light. Because if you analyze the paintings from the Renaissance until today, you can find endless ideas to how composed in a balanced way. And of course, I would recommend to study the masters of street photography.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious as well with your work. It's art led. You know, you can see the painting colors, like you were saying with the reds. It's that kind of texture, that kind of yeah. No, I get.
Maybe I wanted to be a painter, but I totally suck in painting. So I I've chosen the photography like a shortcut. But sometimes I really want to do some paintings in my photographs. There are some shootings in my portfolio that can remind to the Caravaggio light. At least that is my goal. You can find an old man on a bench in Cordoba in my Instagram page. He's wearing a hat, and I try to recreate the Caravaggio light there.
No, absolutely. And I think that's the thing. It's painting with light. You know, that's what you're doing. You're sucking in all that light and you're converting it color. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, brilliant. Excellent stuff. So what have you got planned next? What's your got anything coming forward?
Coming next, I would like to print more photos, less digital and more printing. And I'm trying to think about a small volume on my photos. I would like very much to do a small, maybe a fanzine at least, to give it to my, I don't know, my followers, something like that. I would like to, so they can appreciate the colors on paper.
Yeah, and it was only recently I realised, you know, because people say, "Oh yeah, printing's great," and until you get the right type of print, you don't realise the difference it makes. And in the right type of glass, put the right frame, and then bang, it hits you like a brick. It's great. It's amazing.
I made, in fact, I made some trials with different kind of paper, and I found a paper that, yeah, like you said, it's very, they get alive. The photos get alive. The colors are so vivid and brilliant and rich and rounded, very very good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So there's something you can't see from a tiny little phone screen. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you being my guest. Like I said, it's been years we've been messaging backwards and forwards.
It was a very good surprise to hear from you and being your host here, your guest here. Sorry, the guest. Yeah, sorry for my English. I'm a bit rusted.
Your English, perfect. Don't apologise for English, God. You know, apologise for us being English and being crap at languages. Right, well, you take care, and thanks again.
No, thanks to you, Rob. And greetings to everyone. Thank you for listening to this. I hope you enjoyed.